Hello, welcome to the new video of Dynasty War, and we haven't seen in a long time. I haven't made a video in a long time because I've actually been very busy. I only have time to do a live stream, and I know some of you did join in the live stream. Sometimes I see your comment, sometimes I don't, because I do live streams from the phone, and sometimes the comment stuff show up really weird. And yeah, so in this video, a couple things I want to talk about. Actually, two main things I want to talk about. But first, talk about mention both of them. Well, I'll talk about my progression because it's the end of June. It's close to my second year playing this game. Last year, around at the end of June, I made a similar video talking about my progression in my first year. So this is my second year. I'll put a link to that first video. If you haven't watched it, you can go check it out to see what I did throughout this first year. Well, throughout the first year and the second year. And if you have been here with me for a year, so you've seen that video already, comment, let me know. I don't know, just let me know that you've seen that video. You can also go back and see what I did, because I did go back and watch to see what changes I have made. The second thing I want to talk about is there are continuously new things added to the game, but I don't have the time. I don't have as much time to play the game and make videos about it, so I'm thinking maybe I could make like a longer video each week. By longer, I mean probably like 20 minutes or less or more, depending on the topic of that week. I'll just talk about like new things, like, hey, this week the last update just added 3 new heroes for transcending. So we can talk about that, because I do want to keep communicating with the active players. And I mean, since last year, I think the popularity is not growing. It's actually decreasing, and there's not as much players playing. But I do get to some of you guys commenting and talking about the game with me, and I felt bad because I don't have the time to make videos. I don't even have the time to play as much. So let me know what you think about that. What is a good way to keep communicating with you guys, to talk about the game and stuff like that. Now, let's talk about what I did in my second year. So 1 year ago, both of my accounts were at like level 99 and 100. Right now, both of them are at 121, so it's a 20 level increase. It doesn't really mean anything. But let's talk about the heroes. Mainly the hero change is what the biggest change. At that point, I only have 4 Unparalleled Hero and 5 Awakening Heroes. As you can see right now, I have way more. I have 4 more Unparalleled Hero and Awakened Hero, basically. At that time, I only have Lu Bu, Dao Chan, Shooter Tai Zi, and Zhang Liao. I think all 4 of them were awakened, and I also have Guojia that is awakened a long time ago. Now, this year, I have Lady, Sunset, Heroine, and Goddess. 4 more hero, 4 more Unparalleled Hero, and which one of them is a 777 Amulet Hero, and they're all awakened. So I actually have less hero compared to my first year. Although, transcending does cost a lot. Overlord Sunset is fully transcended. I mean, that's costs more than a awakened hero already, and he is basically perfect, except I'm missing one of the Destiny, the partnership. This is the one that you need to pay and buy the 6-star hero. I forgot what his name is. Yep, the one that gives Overlord Sensei damage partnership, which you might think is not important, but actually it is very important. The importance is not about the extra whatever DPS, is that the DPS actually affect his main skill. If you go look up the maximum max level Sunset, you look at his skill, I think the shield actually provides like 6,000 something hit points. Right now, mine only provide 5,885. That's because that relies on the DPS. And then Lady actually full skill, full awakening skill, everything satisfied. Transcending at my last 2 level, I actually just barely got enough soulstone, So all I need to do is save up beats, and then I could get her to level 70, and then save up more beats, and then fully transcend her. Right now, she's still only at level 61. I did not give her any war scrolls. That whole level from 60 to 61 and this 11,000 experience, it's all from just battling. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty amazing that I got that many experience because I don't really play a lot anymore. At least I don't play a lot of battles that actually give you experience. I do World Tour. I guess Alliance Battle do give you experience. So that's where I get most of them, I think. I also did transcend Shooter Taishi up to the second tier. The third tier I haven't started all. I will eventually do this when I get the hero seal I want. So right now he is max skilled. Awakening skill is not max. It's only 3 of 5. The reason I've stopped transcending him because I don't have a good hero seal. This is the summon, which gives your summon troops more HP and damage, and it's only 15%. So if I get something like 20 something percent, 24%, then I will invest more in Shooter Taishi because I'm using him right now offense and defense, and his damage or his style of unit is actually not good enough. So I need the damage, and because his last transcending skill doesn't give damage, it give him range and HP. So there's not really a big reason to get that. And the range right now is a big reason. Now that I've been using him more, the range is very good. I do want the range, and that's why if I get the hero seal to buff the damage, then I'll try to transcend him to get the range as well. Jana have been here for a year. It was 13-15. Today I just got him to 14 and 15. Awakening skill maxed out that a long time ago because that's probably the most important thing he offer. Transcending, I don't think I will do him because I have other heroes that I want to do. In terms of hero seal, I just got a pretty good one. 24% damage for your skill. And it also gives HP and DPS as well. Probably not the best hero seal for him. For him, you want the last stand, the one that gives you rage when your HP becomes low. But I'm just trying this out for now. Eventually, I probably will give this hero seal to Lu Bu. But we'll talk about that later. Daniel Chan has been ignored and abandoned for a long time. 10 out of 15, 1 out of 5. Her transcending skill is amazing. But I don't think I'm gonna use it because I don't think I'll use her. I don't really have anyone that works. Well, actually, I do have quite a couple people that work really well with her transcending skill. Like Shooter Taishi, Zhang Liao, Lady, even Lord. It will work really well with this. But yeah, don't think I'll ever use her again. Well, I'll use her on defense because she can revive and die again and summon 4 more alchemists. That's the only thing. Overall Sunset we talked about already. Goddess, I think, missing Chow Chow for the 27% HP, which I don't really care. You know, I don't even have her max skill yet. It's still 10 out of 15. Awakening skill is 4 out of 5 because that is the more important thing. 4 out of 5. 5 out of 5 will be 180%. 20 extra percent, it's 1 extra second, basically, that you get from, not 1 extra second, yeah, 1 extra second in the entire duration. So that will be pretty good. I do plan to get her to 5 out of 5. Her transcending skill doesn't seem that attractive, at least the second one, which give her a 25% shield. Well, give her a shield that is 25% of her HP. Now she has low HP, so her shield is gonna be pretty bad. And the other thing is, it's just for 30 seconds for her only, which is stupid because I don't think anyone will use her first to tank. But after I use her a couple more times, I do realize something because I use Shooter Taishi, Lady, and my Lord is a archer, Lord, sharpshooter. They tend to stay behind, and there is a high chance that Goddess will be attacked at first, so I guess I can argue that somewhat that is useful, but obviously the last skill is what's more important, extending her main skill for 1 extra second. So 1 extra second plus the 180%, that's close to 2 extra second of rage that you can get from her. And obviously you also do get the healing, as it says here, 20% extra, basically 5 seconds, 20% is 1 extra second. So you get more healing. The last second, you don't just waste the healing. So you get more healing, and I do give her the 20-something% healing hero seal here, 21%. So she does heal a lot. Lubu right here is maxed out a long time ago because he is the first umbrella hero that I have. Transcend, I got him up to level 63, and that's where I stopped because that was enough damage to take out a level 1 ice chamber, frost chamber, whatever. But obviously, level 1 frost chamber doesn't mean much, and that's why I'm not using him anymore. But as you can see earlier, I had the hero seal that buffs 24% skill damage, so that means I could possibly use him again and level him up to level 70, and that's probably where I'll stop. But I don't think he'll be in line, he'll be in queue, but not anytime soon. Heroine, 14 out of 15, 1 out of 5. Destiny is not even close. Just released her Transcending. I think her last Transcending is actually pretty strong. A very subtle increase, but definitely a big difference. I argued. The second one slows down enemy movement speed, which I don't think is very important. The third one is every 3 normal auto attack. The fourth one does 180% of the damage. So if you divide them separately equally, you get about like 45% extra damage per hit. You can think about it that way, because it's a cycle of 4 hits. Every 3 hits, the 4th hit will do 180% damage. Well, actually, so that means you're only getting 80% extra damage. So if you split them up, you get 20% per hit extra on average. Doesn't seem that much, but if you look at, well, mine is pretty bad, but I think the maxed out one is like 400, close to 500, and then you have your treasure, your hero seal, whatever. I think that extra damage could add up a lot and be pretty good, but yeah. Everything else stays the same. Gorja, whatever. The non-awakened hero probably still 10 out of 10, nothing much. A white coat, I did regen him as well, but it's only 6 out of 10. I didn't invest in him anymore just because I don't think I'll play him. I need to get him out 10. Getting him a 10 out of 10 is easy, but then I need to get a new 7-star for him to awaken, and then blah 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 blah. A long way to go. Not gonna do it. Again, because Destiny is also not satisfied, so it's pretty difficult to use him. I got him because at that time I was planning to use Heroine and White Coat. A lot of people use them. I'm pretty sure most of you know how to use them already, or know what can you use them for. But yeah, that wasn't the plan anymore. So this account, basically, you can see what happened. The other thing we can talk about is, I guess, Defense Academy, just to show it off. This has been around for a long time, but it's kind of my progression. I only did these two and the Purgatory Tower. Not a lot of stuff, so it's pretty bad. Lord, we can talk about Lord. You can see the scale is 0 out of 15 and 15 out of 15. Initially, I was going to use the active skill, but somehow I went with the passive skill. But what about my equipment? Let's talk about the set skill that I'm going with. I'm going with the one that regen 30% of his HP when he uses skill, and his skill does 40% extra damage, and it also slows the enemy hero attack speed by 70%. Okay, so his skill originally slows 40% movement speed, but with this one it slows their attack speed 70% for 8 seconds. Now my equipment is actually pretty bad. I only have one orange equipment, and now it's all filled up. I hate this because they don't let you just destroy them. They basically force you to buy more slot with ingot, which is stupid. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna feed some of these crappy ones to these purple ones and whatnot, so that I can make space to keep making orange. Hopefully make more equipment and they'll be orange, and I can use the orange to take out the other useless one. If that makes sense. So the other thing will be, actually there's not much. I'll show you the troops that I have. Maxed out most of the troops that I'll use except archers and bow cavalry. But the last level doesn't seem as strong, so I didn't bother doing it. Don't really have any strong like tanky beads troops, which sucks. I should probably do that. But overall, I think that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna go into the treasure because I will have to explain everything, but they're not even that good anyways. But I'll show you my my resource. I have 20 of these. That was from the last available events. I did all of them. I bought a couple of them. I think I ended up spending like 600 ingot on this account to get all of the badge to get the 20 whatever this is called. I'm pretty low on soulstone and transcend stone. You can see the jade. I don't have any transcendent shoe hero. That's why I have 300 something of them. Shooter Taishi and Overlord Sensei right here. Lubu and Lady maxed out. Awakening skill right here. Goddess and Zhang Liao. One of them is maxed out. One of them is 405. So I've been using a lot of these. Need to get more. But I do have 28 7-star regen order. I don't know who to regen. I was thinking maybe Chow Chow, maybe Guan Yu, but I'm not gonna use any of them. It's just gonna be for partnership. It's kind of a waste. So maybe when they have a new hero, I'll try to get them. About 186 pieces of fragment. Haven't made golden treasure in a long time. I have a lot of the lava stone and this steel, whatever this is called. Again, because earlier you see I don't have slot to make equipment, and that's why. So a lot of equipment resource in this account. Yeah. Basically, this account is going not too well. Let's go to my other account. So let's see. Now it's disconnected. Hopefully it can reload, so I don't have to edit this video. If it doesn't reload, then I'll have to edit this video. And it seems like it's not gonna load. So give me a moment. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Great, I don't have to edit this. This account, actually, I think this account has more change, but I don't know. You can tell me which account has more change. A year ago, this only has 5 awakened hero, 4 Imperial hero, I think. At that point, I have awakened Zhao Yun, Guan Yu, Sima Yi, Ma Chao, and Jiang Wei, which was the combination for me at the time. And a lot of people use Ma Chao right now, just jump through a lot of the things, and then Jiang Wei stun heroes, Sima Yi buff your Tiger warriors, and then plus 1 more, whatever it is. At the time, nobody really used that except me. Now everyone uses it, and I'm really bad at it now. So I'll try to do something else, but it's really hard to level up an entirely different set of hero and troops and treasure and everything to try something differently. But now at that point I have a crazy Juju already, but at that time it's not awakened yet, so it's still the Santa Xmas Juju. But now it's awakened. I also awakened Jiang Wei, and then I got Crescent Yuan Ran. I also got Chao Chao and Jiggling. I'll talk about them separately. And then for Transcending, I actually have 2 fully Transcending heroes. Zhao Yun, completely perfect. 15 out of 15, fully satisfied Destiny, 5 out of 5, fully transcended. Pretty good hero seal actually right now. 22 extra damage, 22% extra damage on his Dragon Spear. Ghostfire close to perfect. 15 out of 15. I just don't want to do her awakening skill because, as I've mentioned in the awakening skill list of video, she has one of the worst level up progression in her awakening skill, so I don't want to waste the amount of beads to get that couple extra 100 HP on her ghost. I forgot what they're called. Transcended, obviously. Crescent Ranran, still level 60. 12 out of 15. Working on it. Just barely got enough Jade to do this, which I'm gonna do. And then once I have enough stones, Soul Stone and Transcend Stone, I'll keep transcending him. And then I'll use him again because right now he is pretty weak. Yep. Also, Awaken and Zhang Fei got him up to 15 of 15 just for defense. I'm not gonna transcend him. He's pretty good, but I'm not gonna transcend him just because it's different. A lot of people use transcended Zhang Fei and Crazy Juju when transcending first released. They were the first set. Both of them were in the first set of heroes to be released. So a lot of people did both of them for defense, and I didn't even level up his awakening skill. Whatever. Same thing for Crazy Juju. Since it's been so long already, he's still 10 out of 15. 5 out of 5. Not going to transcend him probably. I might eventually replace both of them. I don't know what I'm going to do. Sima Yi 15 out of 15. I don't think I upgraded my Sima Yi for the whole year. Still 15 out of 15. And 3 out of 5. Transcending not available yet. Zhang Wei pretty much the same except it's 15 out of 15. I think I leveled these 5 level when I had a lot of extra resource. I was like, oh, I don't know what to do. Let's just level up his ink skill and just do like a little bit more extra damage. Nothing really changed. I don't think you get more stun. I don't get more time. Once you awaken him, he gets 7 seconds already. 3 out of 5. Don't have enough Jade. His transcend is pretty good too, but I don't think I'll ever get to him in this account. Ma Chao, 10 out of 15, because I think you only get more time and more movement speed. However, his awakening seal is useful, that's why it's 4 out of 5, and this is probably my next goal. When I get to 80, I'll get him, so they get 4% more on mitigation. His transcend, it's a little bit dull. Yeah. Because it only buffed himself, his own attack speed for 60% during his skill, and his skill lasts for 2 more seconds, which is pretty lame. Yeah, I don't know. If you have a fully transcendent match, let me know if he's any good. 60% movement, 60% attack speed for like 14 seconds, however many seconds. Doesn't seem that attractive. I mean, he does have a pretty good DPS, but yeah. Guan Yu, I have forgotten him for a long time. He's pretty weak at this point unless you get a really good hero seal. But yeah, well, he basically, if you don't count transcending, I've perfected him a long time ago. I got him to 5 out of 5, I got him to 15 out of 15. He's my first hero that I got that, probably. And then, right now, recently, last week, well, actually a couple days ago, I don't remember. His Transcend is released. Yeah, not interested. Doesn't seem very strong. I'll wait and see if it is good. Then he might be the next in line. Because right now, obviously, I'm doing Crescent Ranran. But yeah, and then Crescent Ranran, talk about it earlier, 12 out of 15, 4 out of 5, waiting for stones to transcend. These 3 are now weakened 7s I'm not going to talk about. Chow Chow is the last unparalleled hero that I got in this account. I don't remember how many times I got him, probably like around 10 times, something like that. Pretty lucky. Same thing, kind of similar situation with a White Coat in my other account. Got him, level him up a couple times. Just left him there. Was going to try something else, try like a different combination, and then never get to it. Zhuge Liang, oh, everyone has one, and I want one too, and that's why I got him. 30 stupid regen order, 30 times. Extremely painful. I didn't even level him a single time, you can see, not even a single time. So basically, in the past year, I got 3 new heroes. Crescent Ranran, Zhuge Liang, and Chow Chow. Crescent Ranran is a 777, takes a lot of time to save up, but at the same time, I was also saving the 7-star regen order for Zhuge Liang. It took me 30 times. After that, I was pretty lucky with Chow Chow, so I can satisfy Crescent Yanran's Destiny and Crazy Juju's Destiny. So in terms of hero progression, this account is very slow because Crazy Juju took me 30 times. Zhuge took me 30 times. Crescent Yanran is a 777. So all three happened together, well, not together, but like one after another. And that's a year. A lot of awakening, a lot of transcending in this account. Hero Seal, I got a pretty good platform here, but that's it. Don't really have any good Hero Seal, except this one. I mean, this one is pretty good too, but yeah, I'm not gonna use him for long, at least. But that's basically it. Defense Academy. I'll show you Defense Academy. This account I did a little bit more. It's upgrading right now, so I can't upgrade anything here. I did the Archer Tower, the Alchemist Tower, the Thunder Formation, and the Magic Crossbow. That's it. Troops. Let me show you the troops. Basically maxed out the more important troops. Beat troops I use a little bit more. I maxed out the Dragon Guards. Whatever this thing is called. They changed this name. They changed the English name for this like many times. Probably not gonna do it. Costs too much. The increase is so little. I don't really use it a lot. So that's it. I did level up the newest troops, whatever this thing is called. Never used it again. Lord. So this one is the Warrior. 15 out of 15 and 8 out of 15. Working on it. Active skill. So this one I was pretty lucky. When the system first started, I created 2 equipment and both of them were orange. So those were the free ones because at that time the system was bugged. I should have made more. But right now, active and passive both have 3 orange equipment. This ring is at level 25. Pretty good. So I need 3 more for each skill. So 6 more in total. Hopefully I could get it sooner. And that'll be great. But let's talk about the set skills that I'm using on these 2 sets. So for offense, for active, I got the extra thing. I don't know what it's called, the extra thing. And then the damage is 30% extra 30% damage on each of the thing. And then it also take 20% of the target's maximum HP and add it as damage, as well as keeping them for 10 seconds, keeping them not able to heal. I don't know how they're gonna put this in words, but if you know, you know which one it is. So for 10 seconds, the enemy heroes or buildings that get attacked by her skill cannot be healed. So this build is pretty much damage. I just want damage, extra damage. Not a lot of utilities, not a lot of control, just damage. Which is still not a lot of damage because her base skill is 1600 plus the 30%. It's close to 2000. 2000 damage plus the 20% damage, the damage from 20% of your target's HP. It's not a lot. That's basically it. For defense or passive, I got the one that the first one right here is when the shield explode, you do 30% of the shield's hit point to 4 different targets. So right now it's 3000 something, so 30% of that is about 1000. So you do 1000 damage to 4 nearby targets. The second one here is when your skill activate, the next 5 seconds you will lure the enemy, just like the Cunning Dog, you'll lure or Ghostfire's transcending skill, you lure the people around you to attack you. And then the last one, increase your shield's hit point by 25%. So it's kind of like, okay, I want to, the reason behind it is, okay, I want a shield with a lot of hit point, and then I want people to attack me, and then once the shield explode, do damage. So as you can see, I like to do damage. Not really the best one. A lot of people use the to decrease the so a lot of people use the decrease the slow time, not the slow time, decrease the attack speed of the attacker, something like that. But I went for the damage. So basically, I think I went through the majority of the important stuff in both of my accounts for this second year. So let me know um, if you guys were here a year ago. Let me know what your progression is, how long you've played. What do you think my progression is? Tell me about yours. How many 7-star hero you have? How many awakened hero you have? How many transcend hero you have? How many orange equipment your lord has? Whatever. Alright? You can comment on anything that I just went over in this account to let me know how fast you are or how slow I am in this game. As well as the first thing I brought up in the beginning of the video. Should I just make like a weekly video, a long-ish weekly video to talk about like new things like new transcend heroes or things like that, just to briefly talk about it, because some people might not be as aware of the new stuff or the old stuff, and as a platform where you can just ask questions if you have anything. I know a lot of people ask about like layout videos. I just can't do it. I mean, I don't have enough things to show show like a good layout or a bad layout. But this is it for this video. I'll see you next one. Bye bye.